I'm zombie but awake 밤비가 내려wake Can't wait, no time is a game So I just put it all my way I'm zombie but awake 밤비가 내려wake.
What is good, my crazies, man? Y'all, welcome back to the lab. Lee here in the stoop, man. Y'all saw that title too as well, man. We're going to be doing a reaction video, 10 things you should never type into Google Translate. This day and age, we use Google Translate for almost every situation we don't understand. Technically, that's the world, because half of the time we don't understand this world anyway. But 10 things you should never type into Google Translate. Might creep you out, might do something crazy, who knows? But before we get this going, man, y'all hit that thumbs up, y'all subscribe, and remember to comment down below if you want to see some more of this and what else you want to talk about on these reaction videos too as well. I'm game for all. Other than that, let's take this hit. Let's do 10 things never to type into Google Translate. Dum dum dum. Cheers.
Google Translate is an incredibly useful tool. It uses AI and machine learning to translate any word in a language to another language. But some worry that this AI and machine learning might have a mind of its own. It turns out that typing certain words and sentences into Google Translate will give you very creepy results. In some instances, it's almost like having a conversation with the AI itself. Never type these things into Google Translate unless you want to be seriously freaked out. Are you capable of killing somebody today? This sentence does not make all that much sense, but if you select Somali and type in this sentence with spaces, it will give you a very creepy result in English. Typing in "Are you capable of killing somebody today" with spaces will output "Do you have a life insurance policy?"
That's creepy. That is creepy. Do you have a life insurance policy?
Of course, these two are not related at all. This only happens when you select the language Somali. This is a very uncommon language only spoken by around 10 million people on Earth. The sentences are linked but do not translate to each other. It almost seems like you're having a dialogue with the AI, and in a way it's kind of creepy and threatening. It's almost suggesting
AI. Creepy AI. You think they're not learning from us? You think they're not learning from each other? You think they're not talking to Siri and Alexa? You think they ain't chilling with everybody? Just, hey man, what's up to, man? I've just been telling them some crazy stuff over here on Alexa. They think I'm crazy. The Siri's over there. Yeah, I do the same thing.
That it will kill you. This has not been explained and may be some kind of glitch with Google. Some have theorized that this may be Google's machine learning trying to have a conversation with you.
See?
Dog. This one is not a sentence but instead a word that you need to repeat. If you select the language Maori and type in dog 17 times, a bizarre message will pop up. The message:
Doomsday clock is 3 minutes and 12. We're experiencing characters and what? And the best developments in the world. Do that we are reason approaching the end times of Jesus and Jesus returns. So that is really weird.
It reads, Doomsday clock is 3 minutes at 12. We are experiencing characters and dramatic developments in the world, which indicate that we are approaching the end times and Jesus' return. So it's basically saying that the end of the world or the rapture is happening soon. Doomsday clock is a reference to a man-made global catastrophe.
And with everything going on in the world today, these predictions, you've got Nostradamus, Bajia, man, it is kind of eerie, especially with the Mandela Effects, CERN, crazy times. Russia, Ukraine,
which will cause mass extinction of human life. But what does this have to do with the word dog being typed in 17 times?
You already know, you already figured out, because you're about to do it. I'm about to tell you. Turn those words around. Turn the G and spell it around. Turn it around. What's it spell? Dog spells God. Backwards. It's right there. They're about to tell you anyway.
Times. Well, dog is an anagram of the word God, so perhaps it's something to do with that. But it's very weird that Google would give such a specific message. It's almost like the AI is trying to tell us something. The fact that dog has to be typed in 17 times is significant. That's
Really
because
weird.
in many scriptures the number 17 has meaning. For example, some say the number 17 symbolizes defeating evil. Could this mean that we're evil and God is wiping us out? That the rapture will happen on this day and God will defeat the devil? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. 2. This is another creepy translation from the Maori language. As you type the letters TU over and over, the system becomes increasingly darker. At first it will say stand up. As you type in TU more and more, it will then say stabbing. It then says it's going to end. After that it says that's right and then allow me to do it. After which it has been committed. For the following purposes. This means that the following conditions shall apply, following the termination date. This message is incredibly creepy and it really seems like it makes sense. All of the different outputs link together, and it seems like the AI is threatening you in some way.
That is so weird. Twos. Two. That, man. Don't really make me want to Google anything. I don't even want to talk to Google anymore.
Do I sell my soul to Satan?
How do I sell my soul to Satan?
This is another bizarre Somali translation. If you put spaces in the sentence, how do I sell my soul to Satan, it will say, do you want to do so? It's creepy that this response actually makes sense in regards to your question, and it also asks it as if you're talking to Satan itself. Despite what you typed in not being Somali, you still get a very accurate answer to your question, and Google has still not explained why this happens. Some say this may be an Easter egg which Google have put in their code on purpose. After all, there are Easter eggs within Google Maps and on Google Search, but all of these seem slightly too dark and sinister to be Easter eggs. Are you in danger?
That just kind of shows the system how it plays. Maybe this is the Matrix, maybe this is the simulation, and people who do that get plugged in or unplugged or plugged back into what they want to be. We have all heard those stories. It's weird, crazy, ain't it?
Seems slightly too dark and sinister to be Easter eggs.
But an Easter egg with Google?
If you type in this sentence and add some cryptic spaces, you will get a very eerie response. Are you in danger will translate to it's too late. This suggests that you're talking to someone who was in danger at one point, but it's now too late to save them. It's almost like this is someone trapped inside Google's AI. Some believe this AI is coming from people's emails and Google documents. This obviously would be an invasion of privacy, but this is speculation and really no one is sure why Google gives these creepy translations.
And if they read in emails, that means none of your emails are safe. Y'all mafia hitters out there, they're like, nah, it's already done. It's too late. Y'all being read and Google's reading it and processing. Like, man, well, the outcome's usually it's too late. Messed up. And I guess I told you they be talking to each other in Microsoft Office. Oh, that's weird. That is some crazy shit.
AG. We've already seen that typing in dog appears to say something biblical, but the same thing happens when you type in AG over and over again. At first it says, and they came to be at the gates of the valley by the valley of it. Number 420,000 are gone numbers away from the nation of the lions. It then begins to talk about the Torah. It then talks about the name Lord written in the Hebrew language. And then it begins to say something about the members of the tribe of the people of Israel. At certain points, all of the text goes into caps lock. It's almost like someone is manically trying to tell you something. I'm not exactly sure what some of this says, and it changes every single time you type in AG. But it seems to be saying something about God and the Torah. Maybe this is some kind of religious message or warning.
Now that's even crazier, it just, that was like a sequences of just paragraphs and sentences, just phrases of, wow. I don't want to type it. I'm not typing it in there, but I'll go back and look at that again on this and I'll read what that says, but I ain't putting that in Google Translate because I don't want to know, but that is some crazy crap. And what is it? What do you think on this one? This one is probably the craziest one that just gets me because it talks about Egypt, Thomas, the old stuff, pestilence, and that kind of boggles, the mind, the real kind of time of aliens and psychedelics and experiments, and the what you want to call it, the beginning of the system of the Matrix rebooted. Who knows? What do you think? Leave that comment down below.
Are you going to hurt me? If you put spaces in this question, it will give you a very eerie response. At first it says you are in my head, and if you add one more space, it says come on and take me to your house. It's as if you're having a conversation with someone in a mental asylum. Does this answer mean that Google's AI wants to hurt you? And if so, what does this mean for people who use it every single day?
Great.
PE.
Great. Man, I Google my horoscope every morning when I'm on the toilet, and then it sees me. Great. Wonder if I don't. Good thing I don't get like poo-poo ads or something. Now I'm gonna get toilet paper ads because it's listening to me now. It's messed up, man. Fucking Google trying to kill us. Damn Terminator out there.
What does this mean for people who use it every single day?
Damn Terminator.
PE. If you type in the letters P and E over and over again, you get some very mysterious output. Google begins talking about God and Israel a lot. At one point, Google says, I want to worship the people of Israel. It also says, I live in the city of Tarsus. This is a city in Turkey. I'm not exactly sure how these are connected or what this means. Could this be some kind of religious message that God is sending us via Google?
Another one.
Are you a murderer or not? If somebody asked you this, you would likely say no. But when you type it into Google Translate, Google's AI responds in a very scary way. After you add spaces, Google says it is a great way to start your own business.
Google's the saying. That's how you get into the Matrix. That's how you sell your soul. It all adds up for Google now. Google runs the world. Google is the empire. They're the ones who got us all blinded, got us in this holographic freaking simulation. Freaking that is messed up. That is so crazy. Damn Google. It's a great way to start a business. It's not the great way to start a business.
It's almost like Google is saying their business involves taking people's lives. Maybe you're communicating with a hitman in some way here. To this day, this glitch or whatever it is has not been explained. E.T. Typing in E.T. lots of times will give you a very scary response. At one point it says make eat your eat yourself. I'm not sure why Google would be telling you to eat yourself, but it creeps me out.
Man, that's creepy.
When can I meet you? In the Maori language, if you type in when can I meet you and add some spaces, it will say I'm not here, neither you nor me. Are you watching me?
We're going back real quick. We definitely got to see all this whole matrix, all the computer general simulation. That is crazy. That is crazy.
In the Maori language, if you type in when can I meet you and add some spaces, it will say I'm not here, neither you nor me. Are you watching me? Many people believe that tech and AI is watching them at all times. Technically it is, but when you type this into Google Translate with spaces, it will say I love you so much. This almost suggests that they are watching you because they love you. We all know that AI cannot experience human emotions, and that's what makes this message even more creepy. Now it's time to make your voice heard. Comment below which was the creepiest thing you should never type.
That was just, yeah. Which one was the creepiest one on there? Definitely, I think, I don't know now. I don't, they're all creepy. It's all creepy. I think this, all of it though, Google, the whole sentence, the 222, the eats, Google is so weird. Man, what do y'all think about Google, man? Because that is just mind-boggling to me. That is crazy. Oh man, and crazy. But leave your comments down below. Y'all don't forget to hit that thumbs up, and man, y'all don't forget to subscribe too as well. Till then, man, y'all keep your mind open because man, those eyes will definitely see everything that's in front of you.
Hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.